That's true. Okay, then let's just start. I'll start recording.
No. Nice.
Yeah, make sure my hair's nice. Making sure I look good.
Yeah.
Okay. So hello there, Mo.
Hey.
How are you today?
I'm fine. And you?
Yeah,
I'm really hyped since like 2 weeks actually.
Well, so me and Mo, we are doing a, what would you call this? Head bounce training session?
A coaching session.
A coaching session, and this is like session 1. We're going to be doing, I don't know however many it takes for Mo to become the world's best head bouncer.
I wanted to learn head bounce for quite a while now.
Yeah.
And I always dreamed about just having a juggling coach in general. So I was pretty hyped in general about this idea.
So yeah.
I think you measured me if you want where to get head bounce from.
Oh yeah, right.
And then I said, okay, I can give you some tips, and then this whole thing came out.
Yeah.
Mega. So Mo is already extremely good at balancing. So yeah, how long have you been balancing for and juggling at the same time?
I actually don't know where I really started, but I know I started really pushing balancing and juggling in 2021, and then I just pushed it like insanely for like, I don't know, 1 hour a day of pure balance and juggling training.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. And from there on I just pushed it.
How did you find the progression with balance?
I think it was quite fast because in 2021 I could already juggle like 4 clubs with the balance pretty solid, I would say. And from there on I just pushed it with 4 club side swoops. Then I moved to 5 club cascade, then 5 club side swoops, then 6 clubs, then 7 clubs. I also practiced some 8 clubs.
With the balance?
Yeah.
I didn't get the flash, but I was close to it. Yeah.
Is that in fountain?
9-7 actually. So I think for me it was quite fast because my overall level at that time was quite high when you compare it to my balance level at that time.
Yes, and that's why you think it went up so fast.
Yeah. Let's hope it be the same with head bounce, but yeah.
Well, it actually will be the same with head bounce, but you said, was it the start of 2021 when you could already do 4 clubs and the balance quite well?
Yeah.
If you can do 4 clubs and the head bounce quite well at the same level, you will then see that progression spike again.
That would be awesome.
But to get to that point is, that's the hardest point and the most boring point to get to. But as soon as you get to that level, you just gotta, you'll take off. It happened to me. You were not to the same level, but not bloody 8 clubs. But I was doing 3 balls and the head bounce and stuff like that, and doing variations in and out of pattern, variations with the bounce and stuff. And the first time, it's actually on video. It's on my YouTube.
I should search it up.
I'll find it and I'll put it in the thingy. Yeah. Oh, I hope I get this right now because I'm going to show the video. But the first time I ever tried 5 balls with a bounce, I got 8 catches. And the second time I got 9 catches, and there was no gap between them. I got it all in one shot. So let's hope that my memory is correct and the video proves that I did that.
Nice.
But that's just because I had my head bouncing to that level. Doesn't matter about the juggling, it's all about the head bouncing at the start. Your juggling's already the best, Mo. So right, you got any questions?
Will we start with, like, once I get the head bounce down, will we start with adding balls or with clubs?
Balls.
Oh, well. Balls? Okay.
Only balls first. I was a bit scared you're not going to be very happy about that.
No worries. Yeah, I'm just doing what you tell me. I'm just following every instruction and then. Well,
let me tell you the reason why I want to do it that way. I would prefer to do it that way because you're the boss of me too. I'm not the boss of you.
No.
I would prefer to do it that way because clubs. When you juggle 3 clubs in the bounce, it's so easy to juggle at the same rhythm as the bounce. It seems to. And we don't want to start with that because then your brain will have muscle memory and you do not want any connection between the bounce and the juggle. You want to keep it as separate as you can from the start, and then you won't have issues moving on, if that makes sense. With 3 clubs it seems to be very common for people to learn it that way because it seems to be time-wise better, if that makes any sense.
So once I start juggling and head bouncing, should I just try to not get it at the same rhythm from the first attempt, or?
No, because I will make sure by the time that you're ready to juggle in the head bounce, that will not be an issue or a problem at all. That wouldn't even be a question you will ask.
Okay, nice.
But you will not. You will, if you follow my routine, that won't happen. I'm not an expert, but I'm trying to be. But that was a very good question, and that's the main reason why we're going to start with balls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the next thing on our list is to discuss pumping the ball up.
Yeah, I'm hyped. I'm really hyped. Am I allowed to open it?
Open it, yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, you're allowed. I give you permission.
Nice.
I will tell the viewers what's going on. So Mo asked me what balls I think's best. Then I sent him the balls that I use, and he ordered 2 of them, and they arrived. Was it like 8 weeks ago?
What?
8 weeks ago. 8 days ago.
1.5 weeks ago.
When it was a bit more than 8 days ago. And I told him that he can't pump it up. He can't pump anything up until we do this, because I want to see his very first ever attempt on this, so you can see it as well. So pump it up enough, but don't pump it up as much as mine yet.
Okay. A bit more, right?
Yeah, pump.
Oh.
So the issue with head bounce balls is that these are probably the best ones that I found that don't do this. But playground balls are also great head bounce balls, but they get misshapen, and if you pump them up too much, you get like a nice and a bubble, and you don't want a bubble on your ball. Oh, nice!
Oh. Let's keep like that. No, it's like this.
Keep pumping. And it's is it round?
Not completely, I would say.
If you leave it overnight, it'll get more thinny, but you will want to put some more air in.
Should I just pump out the other one? I have 2.
While you're doing that, I will talk about the valve to the other people. So obviously the ball has a valve on it. If you watch any juggler, even Gatto, there's always a small boom, 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 boom. But it's never a perfect bounce. There's always a small adjustment you're always going to have to make, no matter how good you are. So that is something to remember, that when you're trying to learn the head bounce and you want it to be perfect, forget about it. It will never be perfect. But we'll get more into that when I start teaching Mo how to bounce a ball on his head. How's that one looking, boss?
Similar, actually. I think it's just the spot where it's folded.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, you leave it. It'll pump back into shape. If we carry on with the thinning and come back in about 5-10 minutes and pump it up a little bit more, and it should be better.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Because all of my balls do exactly the same thing.
Okay, yeah.
So now I was going to discuss some techniques to do head bouncing.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Like, just tell me a lot about technique, because I think it's really, really important. And I just want to have a good technique, and I don't want to look sloppy when doing head bounce.
Okay, so I'm about to upset you a wee bit. Sorry, but and I will explain why I'm going to upset you. I'm only going to give you one technique tip. That is to bounce the ball with your legs. You don't want to be doing with your head. It's all with your legs, which you would subconsciously pick up anyway.
Okay.
Obviously, you know you don't want to be doing the splits when doing the head bounce. You want to have your feet in a normal position.
Yeah.
All of the normal stuff. But I don't want to go too much into where you want to bounce it on your head and all that malarkey, because I've written a little bit here. Let me read it out. When learning to head bounce, it's very easy for the body to subconsciously learn the most efficient way to perform head bouncing. Whereas juggling, it's not easy for the body to find the easiest and the most efficient way to juggle. That's why you see so many jugglers juggling like this, or like out here. But with head bouncing, if you look at anyone who can head bounce and juggle, anyone, the good and the bad, the head bounce is always fantastic. It's such an easy skill the body can subconsciously learn to find the most effective way to do it. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, true.
And if I say too much things, arms, legs, chest out, neck like this, you're going to be thinking about too many things.
Yeah, okay.
But if over time, like week 2 or week 3, I see that your head bouncing like this.
Yeah, I'll just send you videos and you correct me then.
But trust me, it's because you can already head balance as well. Your body will pop into place. Yeah.
And I won't start like this.
It'd be amazing. Something I've put in capital letters: never overthink. Don't overthink the head bounce. Let your body subconsciously learn it.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about technique or anything else, or?
Maybe not now. Maybe I'll go to the gym like right after this call just to practice head bounce. No jokes. And maybe tonight, I don't know. I'll just read you.
Okay. Yeah. Mo is also going to record some of his head bounce practices, so we can discuss week to week or month to month, however often we're going to do it. And you guys can see, and then we can see what's going on. I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you able to practice in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night before you go to bed? When I mean practice, I mean no more than 10 minutes.
Wait. Sorry. Jetzt nicht. Sorry. Mama? Nachher. 30 Minuten. Sorry.
Was that the mother?
Yeah, Mama. My ceiling is too low. I think. Maybe you can determine it. I can't balance a club in here.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, so it's like that. Interesting. Okay, so
Maybe my kitchen is actually higher. But I know what you're thinking about. Like, it would be really effective to split the practice up in over the whole day. I also thought about that.
did you? Okay. And it's good to do it in small bursts instead, because you will get a sore neck at the start, and we don't want that.
Maybe I can try out the kitchen later. How high is the bounce anyway? I mean, I have no clue about bouncing, like, at all.
So if
That might be super.
yeah, probably about where the main part of the head is.
Okay.
But that's something else that I don't want to talk about, how high you're going to bounce it or how low you're going to bounce it, because some of that will be something that you'll pick up with time, and you'll be able to adjust the ball at whatever height you want. And if you overthink it, it's just another thing to think about, and all you're doing is bouncing a ball in your nut.
Okay. I'm pretty optimistic about my kitchen, actually.
What does optimistic mean?
I think it's possible to head bounce there, which means I can practice in the morning, afternoon, and night.
Nice, okay. And your mum won't tell you off.
I think it's okay.
If she does, just say it's Lucy's fault.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, of course.
only for 10 minutes.
No pressure.
Yeah, 10 minutes morning, 10 minutes afternoon, 10 minutes at night.
They're rounder now.
Oh, they're more round. Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
Give it a squeeze in front of the camera. Nice. Now let me give mine a squeeze.
It seems similar though. Should I just pump more in?
I would leave it for now, actually, and then see how your head bouncing walks with those two balls, and then put it, because you do want it to be a little bit squishy. It's a lot easier to catch. If it's too hard, it just bounces. Yeah. Because one of the reasons why I think I got fairly good, I'm bigging myself up now, was from all the in and outs, catching the ball, throwing it back in. That's an absolute massive thing, I think. I think that's very, very important to learn that. So I'm only going to ask you to try 4 things. We've only practiced 4 things this week. It's not going to include any juggling, I'm afraid.
Yeah, of course. That's what I thought, yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So the most important thing is, this first one, put trying to head bounce, and in brackets, you're allowed to move your feet, yeah? Number 2 will be try head bouncing and don't move your feet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very important to don't go for 1 bounce, 2 bounces. I've got 2. I can go for 3 now. Forget all that. It's a complete waste of time in my eyes. Just go for it. It's a subconscious skill that you will learn because it's an easy for your body to efficiently learn how to learn it, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So just throw the ball up, see how many you can do, and at the end of every session or every small session, write down or remember in your head what you previously got, and always try and beat your record. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Those are the 2 most important ones. And then the other 2 things, actually these 2 are also very important. It's going to sound a bit silly, but do you ever practice balancing a pen or a pencil on your nose?
Actually, yes.
Yes, you do. Okay.
I'm not that good at it, but I'm practicing it a bit. But on my nose, not on my forehead. Does that make a difference?
I used to think, okay, I'm going to try and learn it on my forehead. This is really hard for me to explain, but I will try my best to explain it.
Yeah.
So, it's best if you learn it on your forehead, but it's a lot harder than balance it on your nose.
Yeah, I know.
You balance a club on your forehead, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, that's all that matters. And you would expect when I say balance a pencil or a spoon or a pen to use your forehead, but it's a lot easier on your nose. The reason why we're learning this skill is basically so you can fix mistakes faster. It's not so you can get better at looking at where the ball is.
Maybe we should also have like a certain goal. Like for example, I don't know how many bounces, and then I am allowed to even touch a ball when doing head bounce.
So I've thought about that, and I've actually looked at some head bounce videos, tutorials on how other people think about this, and I've come to the conclusion myself that let's not set a number.
Really? Okay.
The number could be as low as 20, but the number could also be as high as 1,000. It's something that I want to visually see what you're doing first before I can advise you to do that. Because I'm thinking of someone at a juggling club who can bounce a ball for maybe like 100, but he doesn't look anywhere near in control to be able to juggle.
Okay.
But I didn't start. I started juggling with a head bounce after not very many bounces, maybe 20, 30. And it was going fairly well, but I think that's because my posture and everything was, it went, I was lucky. I was lucky to learn,
I know.
if you know what I mean, yeah. So I'm not going to say it until I physically see you. But you never know, we might be ready to throw 1 ball in the air next week. You never know.
Yeah,
I don't know
okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
One thing about the nose forehead thing. Should I relearn it on the forehead? So should I just take a stick and learn it on the forehead, get it shorter and shorter? Or should I continue doing it on the nose?
I'm glad you asked that. Continue doing it on your nose. Don't bother doing any balancing on your forehead. Off the small stuff. Club, always do it on your forehead. Because that will help. Yeah. But smaller stuff, just do it on your nose.
Okay. I'll do that.
Some people might be
Should I
thinking...
write it down as well here?
Yes, definitely, yes. So it's 4 things. Head bouncing with moving your feet. Head bouncing without moving your feet. 1, the pencil or pen balance. That's number 3.
Yeah.
Number 4 is the credit card balance. Have you ever tried that?
No.
That will... Is it necessary? I'm not sure, but when I started learning it, it made my balance, my pen balance very, very smooth, and then I could start juggling with the pen balance sooner than I thought I would have been able to, and I think that then helped my head bouncing.
But I don't think I'm ready for the credit card balance yet, because my stick that I'm balancing is like something like that.
How long are you doing it for?
I don't know. Depends. Maybe like 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
Too long, okay? So I want you to be balancing something that you can only balance for maybe 3 seconds, because that is when you're actually really going to learn the quick little dabs.
Yeah.
And you guys should all, this is a big thing, is that I can only do 20 seconds, so I shouldn't shorten it. Stop all that. Go straight for a 3-second max. When you do something for 3 seconds, shorten it. Always go back to something bigger. But you really want, it's like juggling. You push your limits and you get better at the thin, better at the thin beforehand. But with balancing, that thing that I just said is more enhanced. So you want to really get as small as you can go, and it makes the. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Self a pencil or a pen, and
Yeah.
but also keep practicing the stick as well.
I mean, I can also just make the stick smaller.
Have you got one of these things?
Oh, no.
Ah, okay.
That's quite cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can. It's what I used.
Yeah.
I used to use. Yeah.
Maybe I should get one too.
Well, next time I see you, I'll give you that one because I never ever use it.
Awesome. Also, should I balance it on the edge, or where do you balance it? Like
Don't show me your numbers or I'll steal your money.
here?
Balance it there. Yeah, you balance it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Have you ever tried juggling with the stick?
Like only 3 clubs.
So I want you just this week. This is to write down, and this doesn't need to be done morning, afternoon, and night. Just when you're on your practice, try and juggle 3 balls with the stick at the biggest point. Yeah, you're not a super small stick. But the stick you can do 20 seconds with. I want you to juggle 3 balls, but I want you to also try. When you're juggling 3 balls with that, I want you to throw one high. And try and then go back to a normal cascade and throw one high. Try and go back to a normal cascade.
Yeah.
One high.
Okay? But don't spend too long doing that. I don't want to take your actual practice out of context. I want just do 5 minutes of it only.
Yeah, okay.
That will really help, trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, also you'll keep me up to date with how you're getting on.
Yeah, of course.
But I've written down if you're getting 20 bounces without moving your feet before the next time we speak, try throwing the head bounce high and then trying to control it on your head and get it back down to a normal height.
Okay.
I don't mean too high, I mean maybe a whole body height, so like you times 2.
Okay, I'll write it down.
Okay, yeah. Done.
And I've got another one to add.
Yeah.
When you're bouncing, do a high bounce and then go back to a normal bounce again. Even if you're failing, even if you cannot do it, it's definitely good to do it. 100%.
Yep.
And one more thing, I'm afraid. If you've got a wall where you practice, throw the ball off the wall and then try and catch it on your head and get it back to does that make sense?
Yeah, I might find a wall. Yeah.
But if you don't, that's not a biggie. But let me show you. Don't throw the ball like this, because when you throw it like this, it's going to go up the wall and then you'll create spin and the ball will be spinning like mad. You want to overhead slam it, so it's like boom instead of boom. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, definitely.
You don't want to be dealing with spin on the ball yet. That's ignore all that.
Yeah.
That's your homework.
And do you think balancing the ball is also good to learn?
Oh,
Will this just be a thing for next week, or what do you think?
That'll be a thing for the weeks, yeah. And I think it does help, but I don't believe it helps anywhere near as much as the 4 drills that I gave you and the 3 extra ones I gave you.
Yeah.
I want to give you tips which will make the biggest percentage of you to improve than smaller tips, which might improve you maybe 1%. I want to find something that I can tell you that can improve that will improve you by 80%, not 1%. Does that make sense?
Makes sense. Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, I'm sure lots of head bouncers who are watching this, they'll say, "Oh, you should also do this. You should also do that."
Yeah.
And you should, but I want you to learn. I want you to get as good as me. I want you to be better than me. So I'm kind of telling you what helped me the most.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I believe we have covered a lot. So before we finish, I want to see.
The first bounce.
Don't think about anything.
Okay.
Just go for it. Try and get 100.
Okay.
Try and get 100.
Nice. That was 3. That was nice. That was really, really nice.
What do you think is realistic for? We will probably get the next call in like 1 week, or maybe we should do like a number and then we call again.
I don't like that.
Okay.
Let's do it in exactly 1 week. So next Thursday,
Okay.
6:30 again.
But of course, WhatsApp me. Keep me updated. I will message you to see how you're getting on.
Yeah, let's do that.
And obviously I want video evidence.
Yeah, and of course.
So, is there anything else we need to discuss?
I don't think so. I just go to the gym now and practice the homework.
Send me a message and let me know how many you managed to get. Okay, man. We'll say ciao for now, and I'll see you next week at 6:30.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm hyped.
I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, let me just turn that off.